Option 1 is a bachelor apartment.
What is a bachelor apartment? Is it just designed differently? Is it just a leather couch? Everyone's got a futon story. All right, are we ready? Are we ready? Are we rolling? We're watching Income Property, my favorite HGTV show from the past. This taught me that you can take an unused portion of your home and essentially pay your mortgage. So I looked this up. 17 years ago was when this show first debuted. So it has become a fabric of my life. I'm sure that it's become a fabric of your life as well. So we're revisiting the show and watching it together because it's freaking hilarious. My husband is my lovely assistant and sidebar conversationalist today. There he is. Episode 2. Here we go.
When Catherine and Jay bought their first house, it was just the two of them. Then they had Henry, then George. Now they're running out of space. They need a bigger house, but they can't afford it. An income suite could change all that, but they need help.
Always the stack of bills. They've always got the stack of bills out.
Catherine and Jay bought their first house 5 years ago for $220,000. Now their mortgage payments are only $750 a month.
Mortgage payments, $750 a month. $750, that's nothing.
But this house is getting too small for their growing family. In order to make the next step, they need to get the most out of this house. So we need to add an income suite to help them gain equity.
Honestly, Scott and I are wearing almost the same outfit today. Let me get my blazer. Scott and I are wearing the same outfit. Has Scott been my style icon this whole time and it just took me this long to remember? Should I leave blazer on?
Yeah.
Okay. Blazer stays on.
So are you guys finding that this house is really challenging with regards to the space?
Yes. Yeah, it's a challenge right now, especially with George, because we've lost our TV room and our office. I feel like we're getting closed in every day.
Well, this...
All right, they are quickly losing space because their family is growing. So what's the perfect solution for that? Rent out part of their home. Segment off another part of their home to rent it out to a stranger and divvy up the rest of the remaining space for their growing family.
We have boxes and boxes of books.
That is a pretty small space for a family of 4. They've got all their kids' stuff, all their baby stuff, and I don't know where this episode is going to go because now they're talking about taking a part of their house and using it as an income property. I'm hooked.
Wow. Wow.
Stop saying that.
Wow. I think the best word is wow.
Okay, here we go. This is going to be the income property. So their whole space that they're using upstairs will remain the same. But the dark, scary, presumably smelly basement, presumably unsafe as well, that will become the income property. So they're not losing any space, thank God.
This is a big laundry room, and it's now kind of a junkyard.
We've been going through everything and throwing things out, so you can see this is all the stuff that's going out.
I definitely see a lot of challenges in this basement. There's no washroom, there's a shared laundry issue, and again, we're gonna have to move a lot of stuff around.
Yeah, so this is it's bare bones. They're starting with bare bones. The best thing that they have, and I'm sure that they're gonna talk about this, the best thing that they have is a washer and dryer, which if you're looking for an apartment to rent, having a in-unit washer and dryer, very important, means you make more money if you're renting out the space. Also, I bet that they're gonna say, at least we have a water source. If you have a water source, you can tap off and make another water source.
This was moved out of the way. We can put our elbow in here, keep this drain in the bulkhead all the way across here.
That's a big job.
And now you've got a level ceiling though. Like how much cleaner is that? The challenge isn't so much the fact that the floor is uneven, it's the fact that the floor is uneven and we're already at our max ceiling height. I want to try to work with this.
This is design predicament in a lot of these episodes when they're talking about redoing a basement. I don't know how tall Scott is, but that ceiling looks like it's about 5 feet tall. They're at maximum height. I don't know what they're gonna do.
This ceiling height. So we chip down the high spots and hope that we come in underneath the ceiling clearance.
They might have to excavate out the entire floor. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do.
What I will do is I will take that budget into consideration and my measurements and your floor plan, and I'll come up with the best possible options.
All right, Scott's showing up at their house at midnight to show them their options. Let's see
You
what
guys
we've
bought
got.
this house 5 years ago for $220,000.
It's the only time the babies were asleep. They're definitely all wearing pajama pants and just put on a dress shirt.
You have put a significant down payment on the house, keeping your mortgage payments nice and low at $750 a month.
$750 a month. Can you imagine?
It's the neighborhood. The best way to outperform this market is to put in an accessory apartment. I've come up with 2 options.
Yeah, this is like Scott was so ahead of his time. Before there was house hacking, there was Scott McGilvery, and he was showing you how to turn your dark, smelly basement into an income generating property. Like ahead of his time. There was no ADUs, there was no house hacking before Scott McGilvery.
Option 1 is a bachelor apartment with shared laundry. That means the entrance is a shared entrance between yourselves and the tenants, and you both have access to a laundry room. The tenant can then
What is a bachelor apartment? That's interesting. Is it just designed differently? Is it just a leather couch? What is a bachelor apartment?
carry on through a secured door into their bachelor apartment. Right off the entrance will be their washroom, a kitchen, and then the remainder of the square footage is dedicated to a bachelor-style apartment. Very open concept. There isn't really enough room to close off a bedroom. The only thing left to do is to secure the utility room in the back with the furnace and hot water heater. We have to close that in. Now this apartment would bring in about $650 a month. The price tag, though, is about $35,000.
$35,000. That sounds like a lot of money. That sounds like a lot of money if they're only making $650 a month.
But the real kicker here is that your mortgage payment's only $750 a
But then
month.
your mortgage would only
Now
be
you're gonna have
$100 a month.
$650 of that covered.
With 2 professor
$100 a month, which allows you to
incomes,
save more money.
easy.
Option 2 is a 1-bedroom basement apartment. The entire basement is dedicated to the tenant. There's no shared laundry anymore. So the tenant has their own entrance. They come in. The bathroom's a little bit larger. We've put the stackable washer dryer in there for them. The kitchen layout is similar, but because we've gained extra room, we were able to put 1 bedroom in, which is more attractive to somebody who's looking to rent. They now have a separate area for entertaining and a separate area for a bedroom. The price tag is still the same. It's still a $35,000 renovation. The advantage to this is that this apartment would bring in about $850 a month.
There we go. Same price for the entire renovation, $35,000, but their new projected income is higher, making their new mortgage payment $0. Like renting out this basement apartment will pay for their mortgage.
The sacrifices in this case are that you need to find somewhere to put laundry upstairs for yourselves.
Day 1, they're going to be making above their mortgage payments in the rent.
Now we have to
Now
decide.
you have to make a decision because I've got everybody lined up and ready to go. Both
What are they gonna
fantastic
choose?
Options. They both have the same price tag.
He looks very
Option 1 is a bachelor apartment with shared laundry.
I love that they call it a bachelor
It's a
apartment.
1-bedroom basement apartment. The entire basement is dedicated to the tenant. There's no shared laundry anymore.
Now we have to
Now
decide.
you have to make a decision.
It's 12 o'clock at night and you have 2 choices. He looks very confused.
But the decision's ultimately yours.
We are going to pick number 1,
Yeah, option 1.
option 1, the bachelor apartment.
They chose a bachelor apartment to make less money for the same. Why did they do that? The renovation cost is the same, but they make less money. Is it because it had a catchy name?
You don't have to put a washer and dryer upstairs, right? And then the other big advantage is there is a little bit of storage space there, right?
So they're choosing option 1 because I don't even know. So they don't have to add a second laundry room?
We're a bit desperate in
Yeah,
storage
because with a
space.
tenant, we would need the storage space.
Perfect decision.
They get to keep some of their own storage space. That's why they did it. Sounds like a waste of space to me. Sounds like they need to have a garage sale. Sounds like they need to have a garage sale. Anytime I see a storage space in any of the properties that I've renovated, I'm like, this could be making us money right now. It's a blessing and a curse. It's a bit of a tick. I'm like, this could be making me money right now. The very first time I did this in real life was I took a linen closet and basically turned it into a primary walk-in shower. So I was like, do I really want to just store linens and pillows in this closet, or do I want to have a usable shower? And I think I made the right decision. I think that they made the wrong decision because they could have had their mortgage payment entirely paid, plus made an extra $100 a month, and they would have had laundry upstairs. But now they just have an extra storage space. Okay, so this is not an outfit that I would wear. I don't have the same outfit in my closet right now, so.
And the entrance to the rental suite. Believe it or not, this is where the kitchen will stand. The ductwork and lighting will be relocated to give us good head clearance. These floors will be leveled so we can lay ceramic tiles and laminate flooring. All the finishes will be professionally
This
done.
is also where the laminate flooring started to appear in our lives.
Catherine and Jay picked option 1, a bachelor apartment with shared laundry. It's going to cost about $35,000, but the finished apartment will raise the value of their home by about $70,000.
Here we go. So not only will they be making rental income every single month, but they're also going to be increasing the value of their home by $70,000.
We've broken up the floors, taken out the old windows. We're working on the electrical and the HVAC.
Yeah, there we go. So this is how they are getting a little bit more height, ceiling height out of the out of the basement apartment. They are digging into the floor, jackhammering a bunch of stuff out, and also raising the ceiling.
You've got to be kidding me.
We ran extension cord through. There's a real danger with extension cords is that it heats up, and in insulation, the insulation holds the heat in.
So this would start a fire.
Yes, it will start a fire.
We got another fire hazard. Every time. Every time.
We broke open the floor with the jackhammer this morning.
It's still
Dug it out, laid
disgusting.
all new pipe.
That's all done.
Done.
This is where the behind the scenes stuff happens. You know, you're spending like 10 grand on something and you walk in and you're extremely underwhelmed because everything happened behind the wall or behind the ceiling or underneath the concrete. And you're like, what the hell did I just spend 10 grand on?
Work over, right? Remember, this was in the middle of the room, and then the cold air return was over here.
Right.
So in order to just make the whole place feel open, maximize the space, give us enough headroom, everything got shifted over.
I love that he says that everything looks really open, and meanwhile the ductwork is like on top of his head.
What are the odds of us having this done before they get back next Saturday?
We'd have quite a bit done.
So is his name, or is his title Finished Basements, or is that the company that he works for? I don't know about this. Jerome Finished Basements.
Yeah, this is going to take some clever work. My main concern is that Jay and Catherine are supposed to be leaving town tonight and we're being hit with this huge snowstorm. I'm afraid that if they don't leave shortly, that they're not going to be able to go. And they're going to be stuck here during the entire renovation.
The only thing worse than getting yourself ready to go out into a snowstorm is getting kids ready to go out into a snowstorm. You can tell that they are stressed. They cannot get out of this house quick enough. They've got construction going on inside and saws and jackhammers, and they're about to head out into a blizzard with their 2 young kids.
Jay and Catherine are away for the whole week. So while they're gone, we're going to try to get all the
All
dirty
right.
work done. We finished framing, and now the electrician and plumber are finishing their work so we can get the inspections passed tonight. Once that's done, we're going to put in the sound and fire insulation and start drywalling this place.
Now, we have a problem with the drywall coming down the stairs. So I think what we could do is if we cut back to this joist here, then we could just cut off this area.
What'd you guys do here?
We're going to have to cut this out and drywall downstairs.
Oh man, we got to put.
They are working quick. They've got 7 days to get as much done as possible. I love that Scott's putting the pressure on them,
A little more
by the way.
confident that we'd be done before they got home.
We wanted a 3-piece shower, like where the base is separate.
the door, and the sides.
They sent us a 1-piece shower that cannot be separated. It's all 1-piece fiberglass.
Come on.
So even if we try to flip it on the sides or anything, can't get it through the windows.
Wow.
Yeah, they have a bit of a challenge here. That is a very awkward entry. They can't get any supplies downstairs. There's only so much you can do to even fit things through the freaking door. I'm gonna take off my blazer. Scott took his off.
So I've called off the plumber for the rest of the afternoon because he won't be able to install it.
All right, let's pull it back out.
So what's plan B?
Well, plan B is to phone them now and see if they could ship another one out for us to tomorrow.
Yeah, this is the thing that you sometimes don't plan for. Is just trying to get things in and out of the house. You could have a really great idea of doing some sort of a renovation, and they can't even fit a stand-up shower stall into the basement. So what are they going to do? You could cut it in half.
Jay and Catherine are still on vacation, and we've made a lot of progress. We finally passed all our inspections, and now I want to close up these walls.
It looks like a real apartment. It's starting to look like a real apartment.
Insulation. Then we're going to 5/8 drywall both sides, which is going to create a fire barrier between the two apartments.
5/8 drywall, fire barrier. This is where all of our knowledge comes from.
This is our fire code right here. 45 minutes of fire separation in this sheet of 5/8 drywall, okay? That means that if the fire starts down here, it's going to take 45 minutes to penetrate the drywall, and then we get another 10 minutes from the rock salt for a total of 55 minutes.
Everyone has a story about why something matters to them so much. I wonder what Scott's stories are about why he's always talking about fire code. Like, did something happen back in the day? That's what I wonder. Oh my gosh, Scott.
We got a little more painting to do, clean up the fire
There we go.
doors,
It's
door
looking like a real
hardware,
apartment.
Get the countertops in the corner. There's got to be a corner unit. We need to look at the floor plan again. No. There should be one more at least. We're at a bit of a standstill with the assembly of the kitchen.
Uh-oh. There are 3 pieces to this kitchen cabinet, and somehow the contractor forgot 1/3 of the entire kitchen. It has gone missing. I like that Scott really puts the screws to him, though. You know, he's not letting him get away with shit. He's showing up. He's making sure that they're on schedule. Scott's getting it done. And he's like, where's 30% of my kitchen?
On the extra cabinets?
Yeah, John's got them. So this one goes. Yeah, that's fine. That doesn't matter.
This guy goes over here.
Everything's okay. Everything's good, Scott.
Joe, you can come out of the corner. No problem, obviously. And it's the exact same size, so we just kept the doors.
There we go. They found a solution. They found a smaller shower to be able to fit down the stairs to get it installed.
Now they've got all kinds of options. They're making more money just by staying here so they can save up. And they can now sell the house for a lot more because they've gained so much equity by finishing off this basement.
That's right. $70K in their pockets as soon as they're done with this. The reveal, prediction, still gonna feel a little small. They didn't have a lot to work with, but I think that keeping it open concept and keeping it bachelor style, if you will, was the right decision because it's really cramped. The head height is still so low that if you put another wall in there, it would have felt too closed off. So I think that they probably made the right decision. They've come a long way. Let's be honest, they've come a long way.
That's amazing. Who knew our basement could look like this?
There we
Pot lights aren't
go.
just regular pot lights, they're all insulated pot lights.
So this would be pretty attractive to a tenant, that's for sure. The floor is nice.
It's high-end laminate flooring. It does have flexibility.
Laminate flooring, this is where it all began.
Unevenness of your basement floor. Apartment-size appliances, and you'd be surprised how many times a $200 dishwasher has
Cute.
sold
A little dishwasher? Okay, that's a
Shaker-style door in
must.
the kitchen to match the floors. This apartment really has a personality now.
Well, it's easy to picture someone living down here.
Yeah, you can get away with apartment-sized appliances. If you don't know, there is such a thing as apartment-sized appliances. Even though they're smaller, they're super functional. So even just having like a fridge freezer combo, you can get so much storage out of that thing. And having a dishwasher, you might think that, well, it's too small of a space, I can't put a dishwasher. Put a freaking dishwasher in. They have smaller ones, they have little drawer ones now. You don't want to hand wash all of your dishes. No one wants to hand wash their dishes. Get a dishwasher. I didn't have a dishwasher growing up, and I, as part of my chores, had to do dishes like on every night for a week. And my brother and I would trade off and on, and I would hand wash dishes every single night for a family of 6. That's when I first realized that hand washing dishes frickin' sucks.
Process that goes into it that's not typical of a regular renovation. The 5/8 drywall is fastened to a resilient channel, right, which suspends it from the floor joists. Then we've got 10 inches of rock salt, sound and fire insulation. All that before your apartment. I actually rounded off the bulkhead so there's no sharp edges.
Cute. That's a cute little design feature. Just rounding off the bulkhead so that way when you run head first into that low ceiling, it will hurt a little bit less.
Before it was right here in the middle of the room. So I did shift everything over and now you've got a clear path.
But he was very intentional about this. See, the couch underneath, like it's not even gonna be an issue.
It's actually a futon. It folds out into a futon or sits up in a couch. Because we got so much room here now, we thought, move the bed here.
Wait a minute. Is that the bedroom?
Instead of your phone being somewhere
Is
on the
that the
ceiling over
bedroom?
there.
Is this why it's a bachelor apartment? Is because it's a futon and a bedroom? I think that's the bedroom. Wow, okay. So it's a futon. So they've got a basement apartment, bachelor style, which means you're either sleeping on a couch in the living room or a couch in the area off the living room. It's crazy to me that they just spent $35,000 and all of that time and all of that construction headache, and they don't have a bed down there. That's crazy to me.
I did bring a professional appraiser through the house today. I told him you bought the house for $220,000 and now you put $35,000 into this renovation. Now he said your house should sell today for about $370,000.
Job well done, Scott.
Hey.
I don't think the valuation is correct if you don't have a bed down there. You gotta have a bed. You gotta have a bed. Otherwise it's not a bedroom. And I know that they called it a freaking bachelor apartment, but like, what does that mean? Sad. There's no bed. There's a futon. That's all he needs. Oh man.
Anyway, what do you think of the place, buddy? He's like, the couch works.
The couch is like 3 times the size of the futon. You know damn well ain't nobody sleeping on that futon. Oh my gosh.
So if I had this place and I was going to rent it,
What
I would
would you-
obviously post all the reviews.
Oh, Scott said if he was going to rent it,
Soundproof,
sorry.
all new floors. Okay, these are great durable floors.
Not if he was going to live there. I got ahead of
Also
myself.
about beautiful 3-piece washroom.
All right, the bachelor apartment added $80,000 worth of equity to Catherine and Jay's property. They're currently on the search for their new home. Let's see if they rented it out at all. No, it wasn't even about the cash flow on this one. It was all about getting that equity so that way they can start looking for a newer, bigger, better home. $45K of equity, not that bad. Favorite part of the episode? I love the fact that they used apartment-sized appliances and they thought about the fact that they still wanted to have like a decent sized fridge, freezer, and dishwasher. Very important. I love that. Least favorite part of the episode, you can't fit a bed down there. Or they didn't put a bed down there. The bedroom is like a little sectioned off from a little partition screen with a futon. Everyone's got a futon story, whether it's crazy nights or like this is what you called your bed for like the first 2 years of your life after you moved out of your parents' house. Everyone's got a futon story. Thanks for watching Income Property with me, everyone. These are so much fun. It's so fun to go down memory road and watch these shows together because they are chaotic, they are wonderful, and they taught us everything we needed to know about house hacking before house hacking was a thing. We're gonna be watching all of our favorite HGTV shows together. We're gonna be reliving all these memories together. And so it's not just gonna be Income Property, but it's gonna be all those HGTV shows that we all grew up on. So I'm excited to bring you along on this fun little nostalgic adventure. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.